Hi, Tacoma. I'm Mrs. Oslin.
And I'm Mrs. Wally. Welcome back to TV Classroom.
It's a special edition.
It is. We have a special guest here today.
We do, to help us learn about Veterans Day.
Veterans Day?
Yeah, it's a special holiday.
Would you like to introduce our special guest?
I would love to. We are lucky enough to have Linda Medford here with us today at TV Classroom. Hi, Linda.
Hello.
Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
Can you start just by introducing yourself and just telling our students what it is that you do for Tacoma?
Yes, I am Linda Medford, and I work doing student assessment coordinating for Tacoma Public Schools.
Okay.
Wonderful.
You also have a special relationship with someone here in TV Classroom, right?
I am fortunate to be Mr. Kevin's wife.
Oh.
It's Mr. Kevin's wife. There he is.
Hi.
So, Miss Awesome, why did we have Mrs. Medford here today?
Because Linda served in our military. And so Veterans Day is a special day where we get to honor people who have served in the military.
So thank you for your service.
Yes.
We appreciate it. Can you tell us a little bit about your career in the military?
Yes, I was fortunate to be in the United States Air Force. I served almost 11 years, and I was a medic. And so I got to go to Desert Storm and help our military members there during that time. And so I worked in orthopedics and took care of patients during Desert Storm. So that's my veterans designation, but I'm very honored to be in the service and served.
So when you were a medic, what did that look like? Because when I think of someone in the military, I think they've gone into combat and they go over and they're fighting. Is that what you were doing, or were you doing something different?
No, I was taking care of those that fought.
Oh.
So we were the ones that were on point to take care and get them back out as soon as possible or get them to the next designation.
Okay.
Can we ask why you chose to join the Air Force?
Of course, my father served for 20 years in the Air Force as well. And so he was my inspiration and my role model. And I knew from a very early age that that's what I wanted to do, was join the service.
Amazing. So something we've been focusing on here in Tacoma and on TV Classroom is this idea of revision thinking and doing your best and keeping on trying. Is there any time when you were in the service where you had to maybe change your thinking when you were trying to solve a problem?
So that's a tough question.
It is a tough question.
Yeah.
Or a time where you had to persevere and keep going even though it felt really hard?
I think that really came into play whenever you're in the service and you know that you're on call 24/7. So your time is really not your time because you're serving. You're serving our United States. And so you had to be ready for anything and be very fluid and adaptive. And so getting that call one day before going to Desert Storm, I had to have my bags packed and ready to go. And we've always had a go bag. So, I mean, I was ready no matter what. But, you know, you have to be ready. You have to change. You have to get on that plane and go wherever they say you're going to go. And you need to do your best and be present. And so I found that quite a bit during my time. And I knew that it was, I felt like such a service, you know, doing something important was really, really wonderful.
I can imagine that would have helped overcome or persevere through the fear of going into the unknown, is that truly you have the heart of a servant and one who wanted to help and be of service.
Definitely, yeah. It is. It's a different mindset, definitely.
Did you choose to be a medic, or was that something that they placed you into? How did you become a medic for the Air Force?
They actually placed me. That was from my scores, my ASVAB scores that we have available in Tacoma schools. You know, not in our schools, but you can go ahead and take those. And they tell you what your career would be like. What is your strength? And so the military saw that I would be good in this position. And I actually was in the first course of the medical tech that they just rolled out. So it was kind of interesting to be the first class And so we were a higher level of med tech. It would be comparable to a LPN in the medical field now. So our skills were above and beyond what a normal, just a certified nursing assistant. We were the limited practical nurse, I believe is the LPN designation. So we did IVs, we did a lot more, gave medications, and I also was a trained EMT. So that was part of that course as well. So it's such a wonderful opportunity to go and get paid while you're doing your school and learning this trade. And so I recommend it to those that just really aren't sure what their next steps will be, or even if you know already that you want to be in that medical field, you just figure out which if this military is your idea. It's not always definitely going to war situation, but I'm not a recruiter, so I need to back up the bus a little bit.
Well, it's good to know that's an option for students.
Right. There's a lot of career opportunities within our military if that's a path that they want to go down. And it's not just fighting in combat. There are a lot of things that people do in the military. My grandfather is a veteran and he was in the band. That's what he did. He went around and played in Germany during World War II for people who were taking their breaks and at the mess halls, and he played in the band as entertainment.
Very motivational and supportive, right?
Yep. And I think all of those pieces, it kind of goes to show how all those pieces come together to create the whole system of our military.
It does.
I'm wondering if you always wanted to be in the military, and if yes, what in school, in elementary, middle, or high school, helped prepare you for that?
Yes, I did want to be in the military because I saw my father be in the military and everything he did. I loved the travel that we did as a family. We were in Japan, we went to Turkey, we lived stateside in Ohio and Idaho. So just loved that, being able to see all these different places and the diversity that I learned growing up. In school, I wanted to be more like my father as an office manager. So he did a lot of, he manages the offices. So he was in Washington, D.C. He went to the Pentagon. I mean, he had a really rich history. And so we don't have it any longer, but I took shorthand, I took typing, I took a lot of, the office work kind of thing. So I was really, really skilled at that. And I think that actually helped me on the flip side of being tech savvy. So it was kind of fun to learn that. So that's what I did to kind of prepare myself for it, thinking I was going to be like my father.
And that's also skills that you use now in your current career.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, I do.
The tech side.
Yeah, I do. And that's what I loved about my time in the service, was that not only did I get to be the medic, but I also went to school and got my bachelor's degree while I was in the Air Force, and I became an instructor. So I taught the medical field and the EMT courses too. So I went full circle from being it to training. And so those skills helped me whenever I discharged from the military. I taught in Texas. So it kind of just full circle got me back into education, and then I got to come here, and I was really fortunate to get on board with Tacoma Schools. So.
I have a question.
Yes, Mr. Kevin?
So, Mrs. Medford, was all of your school paid for by the military?
It was not. It was, I did have help with tuition assistance, but I did have to pay some of it, just some of the tuition assistance.
I'm wondering, Mr. Kevin, do you happen to have any pictures of Mrs. Medford when she was in the military?
I do. Here's one.
So that's me in my camouflage uniform. They're called BDUs, which is battle dress uniforms. And we wore that the majority of the time. I taught medical readiness while I was in the service as well. So we were out in the field rescuing people. And so that was fun with the stretchers and, going under, low crawling with the stretchers and going over fences and things like that, and doing a gas chamber. So I taught them how to put their mask on and take it off. And then this was me in my dress blues. And so that's the professional
I was
one.
gonna say, what are dress blues?
And dress blues are our Air Force, the blues that we wear in there. So this one, I'm actually wearing my coat, and it was a skirt at the time.
Why would you wear dress blues? What kind of
This one-
situations?
Well, this is actually was completed for my training instructor position. So you have to submit. Why would you be a good instructor? And so you had to also give a professional photo. So the military will actually take this for you and then send it in for that position.
And do you wear them for like formal events and things like that as well?
You do. Anytime you're getting any kind of award, you would wear them. I did it for the flag because I used to do a lot of the reveille, and we would march and put the flag and take it down. So I wore it quite a bit. And then as an instructor, you wear not actually the coat, but you would wear your blues whenever you would teach, but you could also wear your whites. So I did have my nursing uniforms as well that I would wear, and then my battle dress uniform as well.
So it sounds like they definitely have designations for each kind of
when you wear what,
and
how you wear it.
It has a good purpose too
It
for why
does.
you would wear that.
Definitely.
That's really interesting.
Can you tell us about some of on your chest there, the colored?
So the ribbons and the medal on top is just my. It tells you where I'm at in my training. So I was. When you start off in the career, you get a digit numerical, letter numerical code. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but I was a 4N030. So that just meant that I was just starting my medical training. And now with the little cross on top means that I'm at the top of my training. So it had nothing below. So it was just a little emblem. It's the medical. I don't know if you can see it very well. My ribbons tell you that I actually have my defense ribbon. I have my basic military training ribbons. I got accommodations. I had 3 accommodations, so it'll show you that. And then they'll put little, gosh, I'm sorry, and I'm forgetting the name, but there's a little emblem that goes on the ribbon that says, I got this ribbon, and then I got another, and I got another. So instead of duplicating ribbons, they just add little
that's really
little
cool.
friends on there, on your ribbons.
Makes it like a 3D ribbon.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I think I could have probably really racked up my as I was going, because I did Airman Leadership School, and I got I got an award for that, and then I got an award for Airman of the Year, and so yeah, I was pretty active in it, pretty active in my career.
It sounds like you like to learn. Is that true?
Actually, very, very nervous when I first joined the service. I was 24 when I joined, so I had already been out of school for a while, and so the thought of going back to school was a little intimidating. But boy, once I got into it, surprisingly, when it's on your terms, how much it really means to you and how much you're open to learning. So, and I was getting that's my accommodation that I was getting there. And I'm a staff sergeant. That's what I discharged as a staff sergeant.
Wow. Well, thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you
It was
so
great
much.
to learn about you and about your service. And I learned some about the different kind of dress that you
yes.
have. I didn't know about that. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Thank
service.
you.
Yes.
And can I say one more thing?
Please
Of
do.
course.
So my son is in the Navy. So I'm
Oh,
so
yes.
excited to see him take on, going into the military as well.
So do you think that your service impacted him and led him to also join the military?
I think my insistence too.
The mom thing, right?
Well, we thank him for his service. as
Yes.
well.
I do too.
All right, friends, thanks for being with us today. We look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.